This is the information that you're going to need for the Lightroom base editing job. This is a kind of a simple job, straightforward. I'm going to start off by saying right away, it's very, very important you do not select this job or bid on this job unless you can do this job within 2 days. We need these files returned back to us within 2 business days. There's going to be a half set point where we're going to have you send us a sampling of how you're making out or what you're doing within, I would say, the first day. So first 24 hours, we want to see couple hundred images and how you're making out. The second day, we want to see them complete. Obviously, with any kind of revisions or changes that we're suggesting in the second edit. Once we get through a first couple of jobs, you guys will have the hang of it. The rest of the jobs will be super easy and they'll go really fast, and we'll certainly open up that time frame to have the jobs completed by, because we just need to make sure that we know that the people we're going to be working with moving forward in the future are going to be able to get the jobs done in a timely manner. Secondly, this absolutely has to be done with Lightroom 5.7. There's no exceptions to that. That's the software that we use, so we need you to be able to do that as well. First thing you're going to do for this job is visit the FTP address that we will provide to you once you've been selected for the job. Visit the FTP and start the download process. You would be best off to start the download process to work overnight. That's the really smart move. Is if you've got nothing going on for the day, just start the copy paste operation or the FTP download overnight, so you have a few hours. It should probably take 5 or 6 hours just to get the files downloaded. Once you have the files downloaded, the next step in the process is going to be to import the files into Lightroom and then also to build standard previews. These two operations alone can be a big process. They can take 5 to 10 hours. So this would be the first thing that you would want to get started on and get rolling with, and that would start your process. So we're going to show you real quick what to do. Go onto Google and find yourself an FTP client. I've used FileZilla before and had great luck with it. We will give you the FTP username, host, and password to get into the system. Once you get into the system, you're going to see a set of files that you're going to want to be looking at. We'll let you know which job you'll be working on. So go ahead and find the job and select it, and inside you're going to find all the raw files. There should be 2,000 to 2,700 raw files. There should be 2,000 to 2,700 raw files. Download all of them and then start the import process inside of Lightroom. Start with a random standard catalog. We're going to do a file import operation here, import photos and videos. From import, we're going to find the file. In this particular case, I'm going to use a file called sample. Okay, I only took about 192 photos into this file just to show you what we're looking with. You guys will obviously have more. So in the develop settings panel, we're going to be working with some of these. I'm going to send you a preset. The preset might be called 65 Mustang. Actually, it may be 65 Fastback. Whatever the preset is named, we want to be applying that during import. And then under the build previews, we're going to want standard previews. So go ahead and do that and import these files in, and that will import them using our base preset. If you have the correct software, these should be automatically rotating themselves. I don't know why they're not. They do this for me, but I just go ahead and hit the control and the curly brackets, and it automatically flips them for me. Okay, so once these files are imported and the standard previews are built, we're going to go ahead and actually do what we call the selection process to select the photos. And then, this is kind of an important part of the process, is to choose which images you're going to be keeping and choose which ones are going to be thrown away. Again, I'm just straightening some of these out for right now because I've got a few of them that are portrait that are supposed to be flipped. Again, if you have your software up to date, which for some reason we don't, you should not be dealing with this. But let's just go ahead and make sure that we're pretty clean all the way through. It's really not that hard to fix. Again, control with the curly bracket just very quickly flips them the way they're supposed to be. Okay, so once you've built the previews, these are still building, so while they're doing that, I'm going to keep flipping these photos. You're going to want to select the images. The big thing about the images and selecting them is that we want to be giving them at least one of each of the sets of photos that we're actually showing you here try to give them at least one of them. In other words, when you look at this set of pictures here, you're looking at a set of photos with a little girl. Okay, there's about, I don't know, maybe 12 of these. Try to give them at least one or two of them. I mean, they may not be the greatest photo in the world with all the stuff in the background. It may not be a killer image. It may not be, but it's an important moment in the day, and we want to make sure that we get it to them. So try to find at least one of them we're able to give them. And that's the key to this whole picking process, is to try to provide at least 1, 2, 3 files of each thing. So you look at these photos of the dress. There's about, 12 of them. They may not be the greatest photos in the world. It may not be the greatest setup in the world, but try to find the best one of this set. And that's going to be really, really important to the selection process. Once you're able to select go through the photos, selecting them should be a snap decision, something that you make very, very quickly. I usually use the 1 and the 2 on my keyboard to go through and add a 1 star and 2 star. So all I really do is sit here with my hand on the keyboard and just keep hitting 1 and 2. So 1 for this one. 1 will be a photo that we will throw away and we won't keep. 2 will be a photo that we'll keep and move forward and go on to base editing. So I'm going to say 1, 1, 1 here. I don't need any of these photos. These are kind of junk. This is just her. This is a photo of the top of the dress. I might keep this one because I want to keep at least one of these photos. So we'll hit 2. Shoes. We're going to be looking at these shoes here. I'll keep a 2, 1, 2. I'll keep one of them. That's kind of an interesting shot. 2. I don't need a photo of this girl in front of the dress. Obviously, this is the chair's in the way. There's somebody in the way. I'm going to throw that one away. Throwing that one away. This one's much cleaner. The ceiling fan's kind of an issue, but I'm going to keep this one. Tossing, keeping. I like this frame that's included in this photo. Kind of gives you some perspective. So we'll keep that one. Definitely don't need that photo. Keep that one. Keep that one. Keep that one because she's smiling so nicely. Throw away. Throw away. Keep. Throw. Throw. Keep. Throw. 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 Keep. Throw. 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 Keep. Throw. Oh. Keep. Throw. Keep. Keep. Throw. Keep. Throw. Keep. Throw, throw, throw. Keep. 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 Toss, toss, toss. Keep. So you see I kept like 2 of those just so I can do a black and white on one of them. Nobody wants a photo of anybody eating, so we're going to throw that one. We don't need a photo of people just standing there. We can throw that one. None of these need to be saved. That one's kind of cute. She's throwing. This is a really blown out photo, so I'll switch into develop mode to see if I can even save it. Her color in her face is really bad. We could do black and white if we needed to. Let's throw that one. Oh, look, we saved it. We'll keep that one. Throw it away. And so I go through and I do this for all the images. This whole process generally takes about an hour and a half. And with an hour and a half, I wind up going through about 2,500 photos and bringing that number down to somewhere between 1,000 and 1,400. When you're all done, you're going to look at the word rated. That's going to give you your rated photos, and you want to be looking at anything 2 stars and above. So we're looking at these rated photos. So once you've gone through and you've picked the images, like I said, about an hour and a half, 2 hours, you should have all the images picked. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to base edit them. Now the trick to base editing is that for the most part, the only 2 or 3 things that need to be changed with base editing is you need to straighten out the photos, make sure that their color correction is good, and make sure that they are exposed correctly. That is it. Straightening, color correction, and exposure. So with this photo right here, I'm going to straighten it a little bit, straighten and crop, make a decision to crop it down and get rid of the excess above. Okay, straighten and crop, and then I feel the color is good and the exposure is good, so I'm moving on. Click this one, straighten out the background a little bit, go over to exposure. I like to hover my mouse over exposure and then tick two arrows down, and it automatically fixes the exposure for me. Check the color by clicking the sample and hitting a different spot. Control Z because I don't love that color. And I'm moving on. Take this one, straighten it out. Using the line in the background here to straighten it out. Try and change the exposure by hovering over the exposure key and holding the down arrow twice. Same thing here, down arrow twice. 3, 4, 5. We're getting more of a good look of this photo. Straightening this photo out and moving on. Taking this photo here, trying to crop out the ceiling fan, which we were able to do there. Cropping here to center up the photo. Looks good. Moving on. This one's fine. Moving on. This one's fine. Moving on. Change the exposure. So now I'm going to watch the exposure on these. I'm just going to tick down 2 or 3 times. Move to the next one. 1, 2, 3. Move to the next one. 1, 2. Next. Because these are all slightly overexposed. This one's fine. Straighten this one out with a crop. And bring this line up and over so we're still seeing the frame. Looks good that way. Done. Straighten it out, crop it, straighten it out one more little time, move on to the next photo. The idea here is to move through this fairly quickly so you're not spending too much time on one individual photo, but just getting the base generic color and color and everything all corrected. And that's it. Once you've gone through, notice what I've done here. I've actually just looked at and edited 25 photos in very, very little time. We've base edited these down. Again, I'm going to straighten this photo out a little bit. And that's it. There's not much I can do to straighten out the color or the crop. When we get these photos back from you, we will further edit them as necessary. Come in here and just kind of color correct this one here. And that's it. Done. Okay? When you're all done with this, you're going to want to send us just the catalog file. We do not need a finished set of JPEGs. We do not need a finished set of anything. We just need a catalog file. So figure out where your catalog is being stored. A lot of times, edit preferences. I don't know exactly where they show you where it's being stored. Go to catalog settings. Right there, shows you where the catalog is being stored. Take the catalog, zip it, click on it, right click, send to zipped, compressed zip folder. Okay, I'm going to close this and do that right now. Okay, once this is zipped, attach this to your workroom and that'll be a completed job as soon as you're done with it all, okay? So it's very, very, very simple job. It's not hard. It's just going through and making sure you're cropping the photo to get rid of any excess stuff. You're straightening the photo so it doesn't look crooked. You're color correcting it so it's the right color, and you're adjusting the exposure to make sure that it's exposed correctly. What I'd like for you to do here is submit to us within 24 hours about 100 images that are edited. Please take an I'll show you what I want to do here. Lightroom 1.7. Try to get us about 100 edited images within the first 24 hours. That way we can turn around and look at the images and make sure that you're on track to where you're supposed to be going. Don't stop working. Keep going. If you turn around and keep going and finish the job before we can get a chance to fix anything from you, that's on us. We'll take care of it from there. Send us the catalog at about the 100 image mark and we will go through and take a look at them so we can see them all culled and everything going on. So again, take this, zip it up and attach it. Like I said, within the first 24 hours, send us 100 images to take a look at and we'll take it from there. Thank you.